안녕하세요. Good morning. Oh, it's afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm sorry. 저는 Esther입니다. That's all I learned. So my name's Esther. I'll be doing the Malaysian culture. Okay. Firstly, I'd like to brief you about Malaysia. Malaysia mainly consists of three races. There's Malay, Chinese, and Indian. So I'm Chinese. Don't mistake me for Malay. I'm sorry. I'm very proud to be here today to share my culture with all of you and to learn more about other cultures. I'll be doing Malay culture today because I'm guessing that China and India has done the rest, so I'm going to proceed with Malay. Malaysia culture, musical instruments. Right now I'm discussing musical instruments. Now these are the pictures of examples of membranophones. So there are as you can see, the left, if I'm not mistaken, yes, the left is called rebana and the other one it's called kompang. They're both made from cow hide, also goat hide. So yeah. The rebana is the older brother to the kompang. That's how I like to say it. Rebana is a larger version of the kompang, whereby the former is originated from Kelantan, while the later from Johor. Both are made from cow and goat hide. So, yeah. Okay, getting to know Malaysian musical instruments. The gendang Melayu is a principal instrument in many folks theatre music form, as well as in Malay gamelan music. The pairs of gendang Melayu, wherever they occur, play in rhythmic patterns in interlocking style. So as you can see, the pictures of some of the Malaysian instruments. Actually, as you can see, some of the pictures there, they're a bit similar with Indonesia, mostly because it's of our old history. So, yeah. Okay, rebana. There are many types of rebana. The biggest rebana is known as rebana ubi. Rebana ubi are widely used by the Malay people in East Coast Malaysia, such as Kelantan or Terengganu. Smaller rebana, also known as kompang, is widely used by Malay people when celebrating the bride and groom in the wedding ceremony. I've actually brought a kompang with me. Can you please hold on? This is the example of kompang. I'll actually play a little bit because I don't really know how to play that much. So I'll show you how, yeah? First, you just hold it with your left hand, like this. And then you beat it. There's two tunes. This is bong, putting your hand close, the fingers close, bong, and this will be pa. Pa will be your hand with fingers all open. So there's two like this. Usually they play it like a lot of times and usually in a big groups. And usually by males, not females. So I don't really know how to play that much. So that's all I can show you. I'm so sorry. Would you like to touch it? I can pass it around. But please don't hope it's very fragile. It's a bit coarse. There's cow hair. Which is so disgusting. Now I'll proceed to Malaysian cultural dance. Joget is a traditional Malay dance that originated in Malacca. It was influenced by the Portuguese dance of Branyo, which is believed to have been spread to Malacca during the spice trade. The dance is one of the most popular folk dances in Malaysia and normally performed by couples in cultural festivals, weddings, and other social functions. As you can see there. These are the another examples of the dances. Datun Julut or Hornbill dance is a traditional dance from Sarawak. The dance was traditionally performed to greet returning warriors as well as to mark the end of rice harvest season. The dance is performed by female dancers. The dancers wear headdress of hornbill feathers. The woman holds feather fans of hornbill feathers, which she moves up and down gracefully to dispute the hornbill in flight. Now, I'd like to show you the Malaysian handicrafts. Malaysia batik is a batik textile art of Malaysia, especially on the east coast of Malaysia, Kelantan, Terengganu, and Pahang. The most popular motifs are leaves and flowers. As you can see from Indonesia, if I'm not mistaken, earlier on, the batik, we have the same common batik, but one thing about Malaysia batik is the patterns, they are bigger in size. So they are painted in wax by hand with a tool known as the chanting. The chanting consists of a small copper cup on the top of a wooden handle with a spout through which melted wax can flow out of the cloth, and then you painted it. Okay, this is the first escape. Escape. Oh crap. I have no idea why this is not working. I'm so sorry. There they are. This is the example of the gamelan dance. I'm sorry I cannot perform it for you because I'm not very good at dancing. As you can see how they move gracefully. I have no idea whether you like it or not. I think it's boring, but this is my culture. Exit. Yeah. Oh, shit. How do I return to the slideshow? How do I return to the slideshow? No, how I return to the slideshow? How I put back to the slideshow? Thank you. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to talk about Malaysian's food. Now, as I've mentioned earlier, Malaysia consists of 3 races, so there are many types of food I can tell you, but I'd like to specify on these triangle-shaped foods that I like to call, and how so I want to call that, because although we have different cultures, religion, and types of food, we have the only one thing in common, that are food in triangles. So that's why I call it triangle food. Okay. Oops. Okay, this is the nasi lemak. It's quite famous in Malaysia. We usually have it in breakfast, lunch, tea, dinner, and even supper if you want. But it's quite fattening though. And you have the glutinous dumpling, which is in Hokkien. My grandmother's Hokkien. We call it zang. as you can see, this is the inside of tongue. And you have roti tissue. That's Indian culture, if I'm not mistaken. It's quite sweet. It's quite sweet, and it's pretty tall if you actually want it. And you have the rojak. You can serve. There's a lot of types of rojak. So you can see here that's with an egg. And you have keropok, which I like to call fish sausage, which is actually not fish sausage. So please don't get disgusted by keropok. And then we have dim sum, the Chinese food, and the banana leaf rice, Indian culture. And these are my sources. Yes. Thank you. Before I end my speech, I would like to give you guys a taste of Malaysia. I brought with me dodol, which is durian in flavor. Durian is quite special, quite famous in Malaysia, so that I brought it for you guys to try. If you guys like to try. I have no idea it's going to be so many people, so I only brought like a little bit, so I hope that you can share. And the thing about this is also triangle in shape, so that's why. Could you please help me distribute?